Silver is the hot story of the markets. Breakout to new all-time highs. Bears lost complete control over the silver market. Short squeezes on. But we're also going to talk gold. We got some really interesting signals that you need to know about. We're going to talk about another precious metal that's also setting up really nicely and is in earlier stages than silver and gold. Very interesting. Let's get right into it. Good show today. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month. Well, what do we need to say about silver here? We broke the double top, we broke the yellow resistance zone, we're off to the races, new all-time highs. The shorties are scrambling, flamethrower to the face, it's on, the short squeeze is on. Fundamentally, does this recent rally make sense? Nope, not really. But it doesn't matter when you have an artificial factor like a short squeeze. And remember, short positions still very, very high in the silver market. Everybody's talking about silver right now. So what do we do at Hot Trades of the Day? We look at the next trades that are setting up. And that leads us to gold. Now, here is gold. And this is way interesting. We have the all-time highs here. We had the downtrend. We broke the downtrend. And this is the first signal that the bear market is over. Then we have this high, intraday high, which also correlates with these lows and highs here, this area right here. We break above this area and we are right in the process of breaking it. That'll be buy signal 2. And then if we break the all-time high, this yellow zone, that will be buy signal 3. If you've followed this channel quite a bit, you'll say, wait a minute, I've seen this pattern before. Bingo! The spring correction this year on this channel, I showed you this very formation right here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the archives, got to be somewhere around end of August, and you'll find the video. Or hit the subscribe button so you don't miss videos in the first place and you're closer to the market, timelier to the market. At the end of August, when we broke this downtrend, I said this is the first signal that the market is changing. The second signal will be the break of this high right here. That was the second signal. Third signal was 3,500, the all-time highs. We have the exact same setup right now. And we've already broken number one. That happened so fast on Thanksgiving Friday that a lot of investors didn't even have a chance to get in. So if we don't get any correction now at number 2, we're going straight to the resistance zone. And if we break the resistance zone, the consolidation is officially over and the next leg in the gold rally is starting, and my price target for that rally will be revealed soon. But this is the deciding factor. This is the setup in gold. It looks very, very good. It looks very similar, exactly similar to what we had here. Now the only question is, could it be this setup, which we had early in the correction? So, as you can see, downtrend, we broke it, number one confirmed, but then we went up to 3,450, this blue line, which was the high here, doinked it, then went back, and that really started the sideways trend all the way until we had this breakout. That could be the case. We don't know yet. We do know right now we are fighting with this zone and we're above it today so far. So we'll need to wait and see if we close above it. We fell below earlier, got bought up, so that's very bullish. If we close above it, then the possibility is high that we are not talking about this very first failed breakout, but that we're talking about this situation right here. So what does that mean? Well, if you're gold position, if you have gold positions, you're doing nothing. Maybe you're looking at some mining stocks that haven't run up too much that you can add right now. If you're getting into gold or want to expand your gold positions, man, it's tough. But this looks way healthier, at least, than the silver chart. So I would like to add to speculative gold positions and obviously the mining stocks. I'm not happy, as you know, with what is happening right now in the mining sector. I was hoping for a longer correction and a chance for us to get in on mining stocks at a much cheaper price, because gold is going to go up, silver is going to go up. Well, we're seeing it now, and the mining stocks are going to go up. I still very much say that the mining business, gold and silver, the producers, is the best business in 2026 to have. It's better than AI, data centers, because it's a sure thing. Anyway, I would start adding to positions slowly. Don't go in 100%. Keep some powder dry in case we fail at number 2, right? But if we break number 2, now we have 2 factors working in our favor that the breakout is coming. And then you add once we break number 3. That's not ideal, but in the end, it's about making money. And if we break number 3, we got the exact same setup that we had in September. And you know what happened after that? We went up wildly, right? We basically went up $900, which is about, what is that, like 22%? Does that sound right? $25%. So, luckily, gold and silver are not the only precious metals. So let's look at other precious metals that we've been talking here on Hot Trades of the Day that nobody else is really talking about yet, which again, hit the subscribe button if you don't know where I'm going with this. Well, obviously I'm going to platinum, which looks excellent. I told you target zone 1,500 to buy. You could have hit it perfectly last Friday. No, 2 Fridays ago. Pardon me, 21st. Was an easy buy, and look how good you look. Now, this upper end of the resistance zone, let me add this actually here. So this is not as important, but let's put this in as well. We break above this purple zone. This is the big one when everybody will get on, but obviously we here at Hot Trades of the Day, we have been in this trade way earlier, and we're looking very nicely. This looks very, very good. But what I really like is Palladium. And what I really like is what I just showed you in gold, a similar setup. Look at this. Downtrend, we broke the downtrend. The bottoming formation is beautiful. Look how this bottom held like a champion, right? Every time we fell below it, long wicks got bought right up. Thank you very much. We're buying your Palladium that you're panic selling. Now, we broke this downtrend. We're about to confirm it. And look at this. And we're ahead of the resistance zone. This looks exactly like this formation right here. Downtrend, broke it, ahead of the resistance zone. In the end, we broke the resistance zone, we went up. Oh, this is leading us to this scenario right here. Now let's look at this in the long-term picture. Look how beautiful this is. Long-term, ultra long-term downtrend. We've been in a great uptrend that we're not even testing anymore, which is very bullish. And now look what Palladium looks like. A, B, C, if you're familiar with an ABC pattern or 1 to 3 pattern. So it's textbook, right? Long up phase, correction phase, long up phase. Here's the correction phase again. It didn't even lead us all the way down to this lower now support zone. Let's make this blue actually. Here we go. No, we didn't even go there, right? We found the bottom way earlier. We didn't even go all the way down to the uptrend like we did here, which is bullish. So this looks really good in Palladium. The exact same chart pattern is playing out here that we saw here. And where did that lead us? Yeah, it takes a while. It's a little choppy, and we'll talk about this in a second why. But then we had the breakout and went up. Now, this is the small resistance zone. This is the big resistance zone, which means I expect this breakout to be way higher. I expect us to go here, especially if gold and silver keep running. But I would like to point out that the really long-term Palladium moves that we saw, these are more squeezes, so they don't really count, but that we saw in the last super cycle, commodity super cycle, we're not going to see those again. Why? Because in the last commodity super cycle, we did not have electric vehicles. So the demand for combustion engines, which Palladium is primarily used for, is not there as it was 20 years ago. But that doesn't matter for a swing trade that will be extremely juicy. So if you're looking for an additional metal, you cannot substitute gold or silver with Palladium because Palladium has a very much this industrial use case, which is the reason why it is lagging so much. But if you're looking for a precious metal trade that has not run up, that has major upside, that could be interesting. If you're a person willing to take risk and have the patience, Palladium looks really interesting right now. So that's it for today. We'll talk tomorrow because there's so much happening in the commodity markets that 3 videos won't be enough. We need extra ones because a lot is happening in the energy sector, oil, metals too. Man, it's everywhere. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great start to the week. Bye-bye.